Hello. This question number 66. Plants growing near seashore will usually have xerophytic characters like thick leaves because option A, light available to the plants is not sufficient. There is plenty of water in soil. There is too high concentration of salts for plants to absorb sufficient water from soil. And option D, the soil is muddy. So the correct answer will be option C. The correct answer is option C. Next question. In hydrophytes, the finely dissected leaves are found generally in the emerged plants. Option B free floating plants. Option C submerged plants, and rooted floating plants. So the correct answer is submerged plant. Option C will be the correct answer. Next question. Which of the following is correct representation of organization levels in living beings? So subcellular, option A, subcellular, cellular, individual, community, population. This option is not correct. Next option, we will go to the next option. So the next option, atomic, molecular, subcellular, cellular, tissue, organ, system, and individuals. Next question, next option, individual, population, organ, system, tissue, cellular, molecular, atomic. Option D, atomic, molecular, tissue, individual, ecosystem. So the correct answer will be option B will be the correct answer. Next question. Several plants and animals species present together at a place constitute genus. Option A, genus. Option B, population. Option C, biomes. Option D, community. So the correct answer will be option B, population. Next question. No. C. Several plants and animal species present together at a place constitute a community. The correct answer will be the community. Next question. Soil rich in iron and aluminium due to excessive leaching is loam, laterite, alluvial, and both. So the correct answer is option C. The laterite soil have more amount of iron and aluminium. Next question. The pneumatophores are present or common in xerophytes, mesophytes, hygrophytes, halophytes. So the correct answer is option D. So halophytes have pneumatophore. So next section, population section. So next question, exponential growth is. So geometrical growth have unlimited resource, J-shaped curve is obtained. All of the above. So the correct answer will be all of the above. So these three characteristics are all exponential growth of a population, growth of a population. Next question. N T equal to N naught e to the power RT is an equation of logistic growth, Verhulst pair logistic growth, geometric growth. Option D, both A and B. So the correct answer is option C. So geometrical growth is also exponential growth. So next question, dn by dt Rn k minus n by k is an equation of logistic growth, Verhulst pair logistic growth. Option C, both A and B. D, geometrical growth. So the correct answer will be option A, logistic growth. Next question, dn by dt Rn k minus n by n. This option in logistic growth, k represents carrying capacity, exponential factors, intrinsic rate of natural increase or intrinsic rate of natural decrease. So the correct answer will be the option A. The carrying capacity is K. Next question, select the correct sequence. Lag phase, log phase, deceleration phase. Lag phase, deceleration phase, lag phase, log phase, lag phase, deceleration phase, log phase, deceleration phase, log phase. So the correct answer is option A, lag, log and deceleration phase. Next question, if one species get benefit and other species do not have any effect, then this type of interaction is called amensalism, commensalism, predation, competition. So the predation, competition is not the correct answer. So you have to choose the correct answer from the amensalism and commensalism. So the correct answer will be option B, commensalism. So here one organism get benefited and the another one do not have any effect. So the 0. So this is the sign of commensalism. But here another in case of amensalism, another one is benefited and other one is harmed. So the sign will be the plus minus. Here also plus minus. So next question, Cascuta EJ, endoparasite, commensalism and brood parasitism, ectoparasite. So the correct answer is option D, ectoparasite. Next question, parasites and host cannot live together each other, cannot live without each other. Ectoparasite, endoparasite, brood parasitism, all of the above. So the correct answer will be brood parasitism. Next question, barnacles barnacles growing on back of the whale getting benefits is an example of mutualism, parasitism, commensalism, amensalism. So the correct answer is will be option C, commensalism. Next question, cowbirds. Cowbirds lay their egg in the nest of smaller birds. The fast developing cow birds' chicks hatch fast. They push the other baby chicks out of the nest as they hatch. The cowbird is classified as pathogen, mutualist, commensal, parasites. So the correct answer will be option B, parasite. Next question. Two species competing for the same resource can avoid competition by choosing different habits. The phenomenon is called dash and was supported by dash. So you have to choose the correct answer from these four options. So the two species competing for same resource can avoid competition by choosing different habitats. The phenomenon is called resource partitioning and supported by Gauss. So the correct answer is resource partitioning and supported by Gauss principle. Next question. Species interaction with negative influence on both referred to as amensalism, mutualism, commensalism, competition. So the correct answer is competition. So the both will be minus. So the both will be harmed. So you have here you have to match the column. So the organism are here and their associated words or link are provided here. So you have to choose the correct answer. So A, match with insectivore. B, match with option A, saprophyte, and C, match with pocket root, and rhizophore match with parasite, and utricularia match with nematophore. So the correct answer will be option A. Next question, again matching. So A match with 4. So A match with 4, A 4. B match with Batesian mimicry. So match with Batesian mimicry B3, monarch butterfly B3, and warning coloration match with Dendrobatis pumilio. So C1, and echolocation match with 2, bat. So D equal to 2 match with 2. So the correct answer will be option B. Next question. In logistic growth curve, an equation was derived as dn by dt equal to Rn, where R is intrinsic rate of natural increase. What is the value of R in terms of B and D? So B is birth rate, and D is death. So option A, B, C and D is given. So option B will be the correct answer. B minus D equal to R. So the R intrinsic rate of natural increase. Next question. Given R is intrinsic rate of natural increase. Few values of R are R1 for Norway rat, R2 is for flower beetle. This R3 for human is 0.05. So which of the following interpretation is correct? Norway rat grow faster. Norway rats grow fastest rate. In human population, death rate is intermediate. In case of flower beetle, population grow at highest rate, and growth rate of population cannot be interpreted by R value. So the correct answer will be C. In case of flower beetle, population grow at fastest rate. Next question. In Verhulst Pearl logistic growth, the following equation was derived: dn by d Rn minus k minus n by R. So what does K refers? A constant intrinsic rate of natural increase, population density, carrying capacity. So the carrying capacity is the correct answer. Next question. According to Darwin, species breed once in life have high R value, low R value, low or high R value, or intermediate R value. Species breed once in life. So the correct answer will be high R value. Next question. Which of the following is an example of biological control? Moth feeding on cactus in Australia, liver fluke in human body, Abingdon tortoise and goat competing for grass in Galapagos Island, two species of barnacle, Balanus and Thamalas, competing in rocky sea coast of Scotland. So the biological control. So biological control, the first option will be the correct answer. The moth eating on cactus. So the correct answer is option A. Next question. Intrinsic rate may remain constant or increase in which type of interaction? Parasitism, competition, predation, and commensalism. So the correct answer is option D. Next question. Plus type interaction is observed in mutualism will be the correct answer. Plus mutualism. Minus competition, predation. Competition, predation, and this is individualism plus minus for mensalism and plus minus a mensalism. So these are the interaction. Next question. Out of the following, how many benefits does the pollinator species of wasp receive from the fig tree? For site for egg laying, oviposition, seeds for nourishment of larvae, protection for adult, and nectar. So from these four you have to choose the correct answer. So the B will be the correct answer. So the 2. Next question. In which plant one of the petals of flower mimics female bee? In which plant one of the petals of flower mimics female bees? So the correct answer will be option A. Next question. Dart frogs found in tropical rainforest of South America are highly poisonous as well as bright color to be easily noticed. This is referred to as camouflage, mimicry, warning coloration, and none of these. So the correct answer will be option C, mimicry. So next question, population ecology is an important area because it ecology, population genetics, and 2 distinguishes evolution, distinguishes biogenesis, link evolution, link biogenesis. So the correct answer is option C, link evolution. So next question. The age structure of a population influences population growth because youngest female have more of offspring than do the other female. Different age group have different reproductive capabilities. Option C, more is the number of immature individuals, slower is the growth of population. A shorter generation time results in slower population. So the correct answer is different age group have different reproductive capabilities. So the correct option is option B. Next question. For which of the following case population density can be easily determined by utilizing non-biological parameter? Fish density, density of bacteria in cultural plates, Siberian cranes at Bharatpur wetlands, and tiger census. So the correct answer will be option sensor, tiger census. So next question, the maximum possible number of individual that a habitat can support is called fecundity. Option C, surviving ability, carrying capacity, and biotic potential. So the correct answer is option B, the maximum the maximum number of individual that habitat can, or the resource of that habitat can support is called carrying capacity. Next question. The population with a larger proportion of old individual than younger one will likely to grow larger and then decline, continue to grow larger indefinitely, grow smaller, and may stabilizes at a smaller population size and not experience a change in the uh, population size. So the correct answer from this question will be option C, grow smaller and may stabilize at a smaller population. Next question, percentage of individuals of a given age group in a given population is called. Option A, age distribution. Option age density, age graph, and age curve. The percentage of individual of a given age group in a population is called age distribution. So age distribution will be the correct answer. If the age distribution is plotted for a population, the resulting structure is called age graph, age pyramid, and age curve and age diagram. So the age pyramid will be the correct answer. So next question, death rate and birth rate are term applicable to individual, ecosystem, population, ecology, biological community. So the correct answer will be population ecology. Next question, MacArthur observed that 5 species of warblers can coexist on same fig tree due to behavioral differences in their foraging activities. This example is called the correct resource partitioning, B, competitive release, competitive exclusion, D, brood parasitism. So the correct answer will be option A, resource partitioning. Next question, various age pyramids for human population are shown below. Select the option with correct identification. So 4 options are given. So stable type, decline type. So P, so the correct answer will be option C. The correct answer is option C, because in Q population the reproductive population is slightly lower than the reproductive, so it will be stable type. And in case of R group, the reproductive population is lower than the reproductive, so it will decline after few years. So this is the correct answer. Next question. So here the regulator and conformer image are given, so you have to choose the label A. So you have to label the A and B. So A conformer, B regulators. So the correct answer A is A will conform and B is partial regulator and this, if it is C, then it will be regulator. So the correct answer is option C. Next question. So here the graph is the logistic graph or logistic growth of population. So the we read the curve A. When resources are limited in the environments. No, this is not correct. Now curve B. When resources are not limited in the environment. Curve A logistic growth, curve B exponential. So curve A is curve B when resources are not limited. No, this option is not correct. So the option curve A when resources are limited in the environment. B when resources are not limited. So curve A this is not correct. This also not correct. So the correct answer is curve A exponential growth. So curve A and this is the exponential growth of a population and it is the logistic growth of a population. So the correct answer is option D will be the correct answer. Next question. So here in the given figure, identify the desert and coniferous forest respectively from the marking A to F and select the correct option. So from this diagram you have to choose the desert and conifer. So here A, here the rainfall is very low, so it is A will be desert and D, this is will be the conifer. So the correct answer is option C. So here the density of a population in a given habitat during given period fluctuates due to changes in certain basic processes. On this basis, fill up the box A and B in the given flow chart with correct option. A, the population density and minus population. So A, natality, B, mortality, A, immigration, B, emigration. So the correct answer will be So in a population, so natality or natality or birth rate increase the population density. Also immigration also increase the population density, as well as when in a population mortality occurs, as well as when emigrations occur emigration occur, then the population density decline. So the two factor mortality and emigration declines the population density, and natality and immigration increase the population density. So the option D, A and B will be the correct option for this. So the correct option for this option question is option B, option D. Next question. So what does the shape of a given age pyramid reflects about the growth status of the related population? So age pyramids of two population given, so you have to choose the correct answer. So it is expanding, also stable, the correct answer will be it is expanding, of population number expanding, and it is declining because the reproductive age group is high in this case of population, and pre-reproductive population is low. So it will declining and it will increase expanding. So the correct answer will be the option D, option C. Next question. A population in which the number of pre-reproductive individuals are very large, number of reproductive individuals are moderate, while post-reproductive individuals are fewer. Which kind of age pyramid is represented by such a population? So ekhane pre-reproductive age is very large, so option A, B. So this is pre-reproductive is very large, number of reproductive individuals are moderate, so this is also moderate, and post reproductive also fewer. So the option A, B deowa ache, and option, so the correct answer is option A. The correct answer for this question is option A. Fewer post reproductive, fewer post reproductive, and moderate reproductive and pre-reproductive groups. So this will be the correct answer. So next question. In a given population, 200 individuals, 8 birth and 125 deaths were reported over a given period of time. Which of the following graphs will corresponding to it? So you have to choose the correct population. So the correct population will the correct option will be option D, because it has 2000 number of individual. But in case of this, the death rate is birth rate is low, death rate is high. So this population will decline. So the correct answer will be the say option D. Next question: which type of interaction represented by the following figures? Sea anemone is resides on the barnacles inside the hermit crab. So it is mutualism, parasitism, halotism, and amensalism. So the correct answer will be option A, mutualism. So mutualism will be the correct and next question: given diagram represents different components of soil. Identify Q, P, Q, R and select the correct option. So the correct answer will be C. Next question: the plants with irreversible and genetically fixed adaptation are known as ecotypes, ecophanes, ecotones, and ecological equivalents. So the correct answer is ecotypes. In high mountains, there is a lot of moisture and water, yet the plants are xerophytes because water turns into snow on mountain. Water runs away due to the presence of slope and cannot be used by plants. Rock of mountains cannot absorb water. Option A and C. So the correct answer is option B. Next question: when organisms live together in such a manner that one organism is benefited while other remain unaffected, this type of association is called commensalism. Next question: in which of the following plants the metabolism would be hindered if the leaves are coated with wax and vaseline on their upper surface? So the correct answer is option D, lotus. Next question: asymptote is a stage when a population stabilized, changing, increasing, decreasing. So the correct answer is option stabilized. Broadleaf forest oak are found in North coniferous forest, B Mediterranean evergreen, option temperate deciduous forest and tropical deciduous forest. So the correct answer is option C, temperate and deciduous forest. Prolonged liberal irrigation of agricultural field likely to create the problem of aridity, acidity, metal toxicity, and salinity. Prolonged liberal irrigation of agricultural field. So the correct answer will be option D. When when a plant of hot climate is transferred to colder region, it gets an injury called thermal death, chilling, freezing, and desiccation. So the correct answer is chilling. Which one of the following correctly represent an organism and its ecological niche? Valleys, area, and pond. Next option: desert locust, plant lice and leaf, and vulture and dense forests. So the correct answer is option C, plant lice and aphid leaf. The Sundarban contains mainly alpines, mangrove plants, thick forest and grass. So the thick forest, mangrove plant obtaining new nourishment from other plants by hosteria are mesophyte, xerophytes, parasites, halophytes. So the correct answer will be option B, parasites. Next, which of the following resembles a dry leaf? Phyllium, Calima, Paralecta, and Cryptolithodes, and Papilio macaum. So the correct answer is option A, Phyllium. Next question. Small fish gets stuck near the bottom of a shark and derive its nutrition from it. The kind of association is called, of course, it is option B, parasitism will be the correct answer. Praying mantis is a good example of social insect camouflage and Mullerian mimicry and warning coloration. So the warning. So the correct answer is C, Muller camouflage. So next question, identify the biomes. So next, so for this question, the option C will be the correct answer. Ephemerals are placed in xerophytes as they have needles-like leaves to reduce transpiration. B, leaves modified to spine. C, phyllodes or cladodes to protect moisture, short lifespan to escape hot summer period. So the correct answer is option D. Next question. Gauss principles of competitive exclusion states that more abundant species will exclude the less abundant species through competition. Competition for same resource excludes species having different food preference. No two species can occupy the same niche indefinitely for same limiting resource. So the correct answer is option D. Larger organism exclude smaller. So these options are not correct. So next question. Again, population. So given figure represent different factor affecting population density. B, natality, D, mortality, E, emigration, and I, immigration. Then select the incorrect option regarding these. So B, so option A, B and D are most influential factor under normal condition, while B and E, I and E become important in special condition. In a new habitat just being colonized, I become more important than B. B and I cause positive changes in N. I is generally equal to E. So the correct answer is option. So these all are these option, and these option are all correct, but this option is not correct. So generally, it's not equal immigration to immigration. So the next question. So so next question, match the four columns and find out the correct combination. So A match with B, studies on coexistence, MacArthur studies. So the A 2, B studies on competitive release. So the Cornell. So B 1, sexual deceit 4, C 4, and principle of competitive exclusion D 3. D3. So the correct answer will be option A. So next question, again matching mutualism. So A match with 3. So A match with 3, commensalism 4, B4, and ectoparasite C1, endoparasite liver fluke. So D2. So the correct answer is option D. Next question, match the columns and find out the correct combination. So again matching. So A match with 3, fish match with produce a large number of 2, then A 3, B 2, mammal 4 produce. So C4, and bird D1. So D1. So the correct answer is option D. So next question, Again, stable population is matched with option A, match with bell shaped. Decline population and growing population C, triangle, and migration D. So the correct answer is option A. Next question. Consider the following four conditions and select the correct pair of them as adaptation to environment in desert lizards. Condition: burrowing in soil to escape. The conditions are burrowing in soil to escape high temperature, losing heat rapidly from body during high temperature, bask in sun when temperature is low, and insulating body due to thick fatty dermis. So the correct answer is option B, option A, and option C is the correct answer. So next question. Next question, incorrect statement. So the thermoregulation is energetically expensive for many organisms. This is particularly true for small animals like shrew and hummingbirds. Some species have evolved the ability to regulate, but only over a limited range of environmental conditions beyond which they simply conform. An overwhelming majority cannot maintain a constant internal environment, and organisms living in extreme environments show a fascinating array of biological adaptation. So the correct answer, incorrect one, is option C. Next question, incorrect statement. Salt concentration is higher than 10% in some hypersaline lagoon. Life on Earth originated in water and is unsustainable without water. A large variety of marine invertebrates and fish live at great depth in ocean where pressure could be greater than 10 times normal atmosphere pressure that we experience. The green algae, mainly Chlamydomonas, flourishes in hot spring and deep sea hydrothermal vents where temperature for exists 100 degree. So the correct answer is option D. Then it is not possible. So the incorrect statement it is. So this is the incorrect option. Next question, the correct statement. Due to efforts of Mr. Ramdeo Misro, the government of India established the National Committee for Environmental Planning and Coordination. The night blooming flowers are white in color. On planet Earth, life exists not just in a few favorable habitats but even in extreme and harsh habitats. Animals remain unaffected from diurnal and seasonal variation in light intensity, duration, So the correct statement. So the correct statement is option D. Next, read the following statement and so warm-blooded animals have larger body size in colder area as compared to animals of warm areas, as explained by Allen's rules. Each trophic level has a certain mass of living material at a particular time called standing state. So only the correct answer will be option B. Both statements are correct. Choose the correct statement. Maximum stable population that a particular environment can support over a long period of time is called carrying capacity. Point of stabilization represents the maximum carrying capacity of the given environment. The size of a population show fluctuation around carrying capacity. So the choose the correct. Or so the correct answer will be B. The next question. Choose the correct statement about mutualism. Plants need the help of animals for pollinating their flower and dispersal of their seeds. The lichens represent an intimate mutualistic relationship between a fungus and algae. The wasp and fig plant is an example of mutualism. So the you have to choose the correct answer from this. So the correct answer will be all of these. So the all these statements are correct. Next question. Choose the correct statement. Many tribes live in the high altitude of Himalayas. Archaebacteria flourishes in hot spring and deep sea hydrothermal. At high altitude, the atmosphere pressure is low. Many adaptations are genetically fixed. So the correct answer is option D. All these statements are correct. Next question. Choose the correct statement about competition. Option A. Unrelated species could also compete for the same resource. Resource need not be limit for competition to occur. When resources are limited, the competitively superior species will eventually eliminate the other species. So resource need not be limit for competition to occur. So you have to choose the correct answer. So D. So D option is all of these. All of these correct answer. Incorrect statement. No energy that is trapped into an organism remain in it forever. Members of one population may compete for same resource. Members of one population may compete for same resource. Different biotypes are different species according to biological concept. Death of organism is the beginning of the detritus food chain. The environmentally adapted groups groups of the same species are ecotypes. So the correct answer is option D. Only D is the correct answer. Next question. Mark the correct statement. Again statement. You have to choose the correct statement with respect to the ecology. It includes study of interaction among organisms only. The biological organization does not include communities. Human intestine is a unique habitat for hundreds of species of microbes. Annual temperature and precipitation variation accounts for formation of a major biome. So you have to choose the correct statement. So the correct statement is C and D. So the correct answer will be B. So next question. Again, read the following given statement and select the correct option. Of statement 1, net primary productivity is less than the gross productivity. Statement 2, the net primary productivity is equal to the gross primary productivity minus the respiration loss. So both statement 1 and 2 are correct, and statement is the correct explanation of the statement 1. So looks like the option A is the correct. So in this option not correct. So correct answer is option D. Next question. Blastophaga. A blastophaga as a pollinator of ficus. Boletus as a fungal member of mycorrhiza. Plasmodium as a malaria parasite. Algae and fungi of coralloid roots. Commensalism of cuckoo and crow. How many of the above exhibits mutualism in which one partner is critically linked species? So the mutualism occurs option C 2. So next question. If a pond, there are 20 lotus ponds last year, and through production 8 new plants are added, taking the current population to 8. The birth rate is option A, option B, option C and option D are given. So the birth rate, so the correct answer will be D. Next question. Arithmetic growth includes all except constant linear growth. It can be exemplified by a root elongation at a constant rate. Mathematically, it is expressed as L, and its characteristic shape is sigmoid. So the correct answer is option D. Next question. A foreign species is introduced into a geographical area where it become invasive and start spreading fast. This is because the invaded land have plenty of food, the conditions are favorable, the invaded land does not have its natural predators, the resources are unlimited. So the correct answer is the option C. The invaded land does not have natural predators. This equation is a logistic growth. So maximum population density achievable under available resources. Carrying capacity of habitat B both and A and B, maximum intrinsic rate of growth. So option C both A and B will be the correct answer. Which one of the following interaction arise from the interaction of a population of two different species? So the correct answer is option A. Next question. They may reduce survival, growth and reproduction of host and reduce its population density. They might render organism more vulnerable to predation by making it physically weak. They are, of course, parasite. Next question. Ascending trophic level in grazing food chain pyramid represent. The correct answer will be option B. Next question. In the absence of external resource of water, the kangaroo rat in North America desert is capable of meeting all its water requirement through internal fat oxidation, internal starch oxidation, accumulation of glycerol in the body part, and increasing quantity of water in urine. So the correct answer is option A, internal fat oxidation. So next question. What is the main reason behind the lower production per animal in India? Conventional practices of animal breeding and care, larger grazing area available for the animal. Option C, high mortality rate of animals due to epidemics, inappropriate climate condition for farming. So the correct answer will be option A. The next question. Desert lizard bask in the sun and absorb heat when their body temperature drops below the comfort zone but move into shade when the ambient temperature starts increasing. This is so the correct option. I will not read the options. You read the option and choose the correct answer, and I'll tell you the correct answer. The correct answer will be option B, behavioral adaptation to cope up with environment. So next question. By vanishing of which type of forest for agriculture, the fertility of the soil is reduced and does not support agriculture. So the correct answer is option C. So next question. What ecology is the relation to individual to its environment? The ecotone, a zone transition between two communities. Biosphere is option D, the composed of all living organisms present on the earth which interact with physical environment. Ecological niche, the surface area of ocean. Ecological adapted zone, a physical position and functional role of a species within the community. So the correct answer is option C. Next question. According to Allen's rules, mammals from the colder climates have shorter ears and longer limbs, longer ears and shorter limbs, shorter ears and shorter limbs. So the correct answer is option D. Next question. Salt concentration of the sea measured in part per thousand. So the salt concentration in the sea is option D. Formation of tropical forest needs mean annual temperature and mean annual precipitation. So the correct answer is option A. Next question. Which of the following forest plant control the light condition at ground? So the correct answer is option C, tall trees. The next question, which will happen to a well-growing herbaceous plant in the forest if it is transplanted outside the forest in a park? So the correct answer will be option C. It will may not survive but change its microclimates. Next question, a population of 50 paramecium present in a pool increased to 150 after an hour. What would be the growth rate of the population? So the correct answer will be option D. Next question, what would be the percent growth or birth rate per individual per hour for the same population mentioned in the previous question? So the correct answer will be option B. Next question, a population has more young individual compared to older individual. What would be the status of the population after some year? It will increase. So the correct answer is option C. Next question, what parameters are used for tiger sensor in our country's national park and sanctuaries? Pug marks only, pug marks and fecal pellets only, actual head count. So the correct answer is option B, both pug marks and fecal pellets. Which of the following would necessarily decrease the density of a population in a given habitat? So the correct answer is option C, mortality and immigration. Mortality and immigration. Next question, a protozoan reproduced by binary fission. What will be number of protozoan in population after 6 generation? So the correct answer will be C. Next question, in 2005, for each of the millions people present in the a population were born died during the using exponential equation, number of the present in will be option B. Next question, amelsalism is an association between two species where one species is harmed and other is benefited, and one species is harmed and other is unaffected. One species is benefited and other is unaffected. Both species are harmed. So the correct answer will be option B. One is harmed and other is unaffected. So the next question, lichens are association of algae and bacteria, fungus and algae. So the correct answer is option C. Which of the following is a partial root parasite? So the correct answer is option C. Next question, select the statement which explain best parasitism. So the correct answer is one organism is benefited. Edaphic factor refers to the soil. So next question, the principle of competitive exclusion was stated by Option D, Gauss. Next question, if plus sign is assigned to beneficial interaction and sign is detrimental and 0 is assigned to the neutral, then the population interaction represented by plus minus is of course parasitism. Next question, what does the growth rate of population following the logistic model equal 0? The logistic given model is given as the correct answer will be option A. Next question, a biologist studied a population of rat and in a barn he found that the average mortality and average mortality and immigration and emigration, the innate increase in the population is correct answer will be the A. Next question, upright pyramid of number is absent in option C, forest. Consider the following statement with two blanks. Bears go into during winter and cold winter weather. A conical edge pyramid with a broad base represents an human population. A wasp pollinating a fig flower is an example of 4. An area with high levels of species richness known as 5. Which one of the following option given the correct fill ups the statement blanks so the correct answer will be the B. Next question, what type of population is represented by the following pyramid? So the correct answer is of course option D. It will decline because the number of the pre-reproductive age of group is very low. That's why next question given below a regulator, conformer, partial regulator. So A regulator, C conformer, B. So conformer B and A হচ্ছে regulator. A regulator, B conformer and C partial. So the correct answer is correct answer is A. Next question, which one of the following is an xerophyte plant in which stem is modified into flat, green and succulent structure? So the correct answer will be the B.